Hey everyone, it's Roy, and today is 2 months since my duodenal switch surgery with gastric sleeve. Feel great, but let's get to the stats. All right, so as of today, I weigh 250 pounds, which means I have lost 52 since the day of surgery, 64 since the start of my pre-op diet. And my measurements, I've lost 7 inches in the waist, 6 inches in the chest, and 3 inches in the neck. And I feel really good, physically. Let me briefly tell you what I'm eating. So my typical day goes something like this. I have a Fairlife nutrition plan, vanilla protein shake in the morning when I wake up after my meds. And then I eat a Dannon Oikos 000 yogurt. That's 15 grams of protein. And then I have a pouch of tuna for lunch for 17 grams of protein. And then I'll have another nutrition plan shake in the afternoon. So that's a total of, each one of those is 30 grams. So that's 30 and then 60. And then I'll have grilled chicken breast for dinner, 3 ounces. That's all I can eat. That's 25 grams of protein. And then I'll have another Fairlife nutrition shake after dinner. So generally, I get between 130 and 150 grams of protein a day. And it's hard to get in, and I do try to get 72 ounces of fluid. I usually meet that. Occasionally I'll only get 64, but usually I get 72 or more. My exercise, I get 6,000 steps in every day without fail. And I do Bowflex strength training 3 days a week for about half an hour each time. So let me tell you about some of the positives that I've had so far. I'm getting my nutrients and my protein goals in every single day. That's a positive. My joints in my body just feel much better. I'm starting to see, collarbones and shoulder bones and stuff like that, and Adam's apples coming back again. So all those are good things. My stomach is tolerating solids better every single day, like a grilled chicken or a steak. And let me tell you, getting out of the puree diet was the best thing for my mood, because the puree diet is the worst. So if you haven't gone through it yet, it sucks. Thankfully, it's short. It's only a couple weeks, but it does suck. And then so there's also been some negatives. So I've hit a plateau. And I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes. Food is sometimes painful. And it's not so much painful when I eat, but depending on what the food is, it's uncomfortable afterward for about an hour. The thing I really have to watch is after I'm done eating, I feel like I need to get up and walk around. If I sit after eating for a long time, if I go from the dinner table to going watching TV, that's the worst thing I can do, because then I will definitely have problems. The getting up and walking really helps it, digest better. I'm still getting used to knowing when I'm full. Eating slower helps with that. I haven't overeaten, thankfully, because I'm always super cautious about that. But there has been a time where I didn't really feel totally full, but I pushed away. And then 10 minutes later, I was like, oh my gosh, I am full. So I'm learning the pre-full feelings. So if you're going through this, or you're about to go through this, really learn to listen to your stomach, because if you don't and you overeat, you'll pay for it later, especially with acid reflux. And then a big negative with my plateau is I've had 0 measurement losses in the past 20 days. and I've only lost 7 pounds in that time. Now, I have lost 52 pounds since the day of surgery, but the vast majority of that was in the first month. And so this plateau has been difficult. Now, if you've watched my other couple videos for this, you know that I'm not a big feelings person. I don't really talk about my emotional state because most of you don't care. So if you don't care to hear about my emotional state, then you can turn off, and I don't blame you. I probably would. But for those of you who are, my wife said, "Oh, you need to tell people how you're feeling so that they know, what to expect." There are feelers in the world. So this is for the feelers out there. As of today, I'm pretty miserable with how things are progressing. Yes, and I try to tell myself that I lost so much in the beginning that my body's catching up, but going 20 days without a single loss of any measurement inches whatsoever, when I measured myself this morning, was probably the most disheartening thing that I've experienced in a long time. Also, in the past 20 days, I went 6 full days without losing a pound. 6 full days without losing a pound. And I am religious about my diet. I have not cheated a single time. I've exercised thoroughly. But that plateau has been brutal. And emotionally, not a great place for me. I almost regret having the surgery because as of right now, I have all of the negatives of the surgery, and there are some. If anybody tells you there are no negatives, they're lying to you. I have all of the negatives of the surgery and none of the benefits for the past 3 weeks, and that has sucked. And so the East Coast Bariatrics, where I got it, they say, "Oh, it's not a stall until it's 3 weeks, and you lose no pounds during those 3 weeks." I get that, and I'm sure medically that's technically accurate, but to me, 7 pounds in 3 weeks that's a stall to me, considering the drastic nature of the surgery. And so they tell me, "Oh, you just got to push through it. Change up your exercise if you want to." But I am getting enough exercise in already. It's just the worst. So right now, emotionally, I'm not in a fantastic place because of it. Every single day, I still go about and I get my protein in, and I eat the right things, and I don't cheat, and I don't have alcohol, and I don't do any of the stuff I'm not supposed to do, and I continue to exercise. And to do all that and still not see any gains in weight loss is exceptionally disheartening. So I hope that in a month I can come back to you and say, "Oh yeah, it broke. The plateau broke through, and everything's fine now, and I'm back down to losing a good amount of weight." But as of right now, I don't feel at all like it's doing well. So yes, 52 pounds in 2 months is really good, and I'm happy, and I feel good physically. But 45 of that was lost in the first 5 weeks. So since then, it's been, like I said, 7 pounds in 3 weeks. Not good. So I hope it breaks through. I'm going to try to change up my exercise a little bit to see what I can do. Maybe that'll help. Maybe it'll just push through. I don't know. But if you went through this, please leave a comment and let me know how long it lasted for you. And hopefully, if you're about to embark on this journey, I hope I haven't dissuaded you. and pay attention to my next one. Maybe I'll be able to come back and say, oh, it's a plateau. It was no big deal. I broke through a few days later, and then weight loss resumed. I'm hoping that's the case. I don't know if it will be right now. Honestly, emotionally, it doesn't feel like it will be. I feel like I'm just stuck here forever, but I hope that's not the case. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you lasted this far, that was for the feelers. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And best of luck on your journey if you're going to start it. Thanks, everyone.